County Commissioners Court. Oh, Chase, are we on? I'm sorry, I started before checking with you.
It's all right.
I was eager.
We're live.
All right, thank you. All right, I call this meeting of the Young County Commissioners Court to order. Let the record show it's 9:32 a.m. All 5 members of the court are present. We're streaming live on our YouTube channel. If you're watching and you'd like to call in and make a comment, the phone number is 940-221-2107. If you're able, please stand for our invocation and pledge. Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your guidance and support as we begin this meeting. Help us to engage in meaningful discussions and grant us wisdom. Fill us with your grace as we make decisions that affect the citizens of Young County, and continue to remind us that all we do here today, all we accomplish, is for the service of our community. We ask these things in your name. Amen. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor
the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
All right, announcements and presentations. The tax assessor collector's January activity report is in our packet. So far in 2026, they've collected $423,938. That is down from this time last year, which was $475,884. We also have a January activity report from Constable Precinct 1, Brian Little, and that is in your packet to look at. Any announcements before we move to public comment?
They're having that big cutting horse show at the arena, and they're using our stage. So if we will need that stage, it's tied up for right now.
Okay, so the stage is tied up. Cool. Any other announcements? Not, we'll move to public comments. We had a couple people sign up for public comments. Charlotte King?
I just had a question. Good morning.
Good morning.
And then, my question is, since the Tapadero Solar Project's pilot will bring about 1.1 million per year for the next 10 years, is the Commissioners Court planning to reduce the tax rate on the citizens by $1 million to make up for that? And will the citizens actually see a property tax reduction?
That's a great question. I mean,
$1 million
the
question.
big,
I mean, you know, is it?
we don't know if they're gonna build the solar farm. I mean, honestly, I think it's 50-50 the solar farm gets built. So, you know, that's a bridge to cross when we get there, but, you know, I mean, is it likely it gets built? I don't know, maybe.
But not just for that, we don't know what the state's gonna do on their side, on their values of our land and our houses and stuff. That's the other side of that coin. I mean, there's a lot of variables involved in that until we get down to the numbers and figure out where everything is, what everything's doing. We can't say anything
Yeah.
on that.
And we won't know the answer, of whether it gets built or not for a couple of years, probably. So, hypothetical.
Thank you.
Andy Jones?
Reserve mine for the last in case.
Okay, perfect. No problem. Tom?
Good morning, Tom Parker, Olney Economic Development, representing them this morning. Just want to give you an update on the courthouse. We're working with Cheryl and Marcia to get some security cameras in there. That's kind of the last of the improvements that we currently have on the docket. There was a conversation at Nortex last week, and I'll get details to y'all on this, but if we make that courthouse the polling location for that end of Young County, we currently have to use the library. But if that happens, then there are some security dollars that could be used for doors and access control for that building. So you may want to take a look at that. I'm happy to help facilitate any of that you want to do, but in a conversation at Nortex, that came up last week, and I've asked them to get me some information to send to you, so that we can get moving on that. That's got a fairly short fuse. It's about a week and a half away that that information needs to go in. So we'll.
So I know you're giving me a tour tomorrow of the building, but
Correct.
where would the polling location be in that building?
I went through it with Judge Stewart last week. Should be able to put that in where the tag office is currently, is moving to another portion, a new portion of the building that had previously been Olney PD. That will free up a room. That improvement should be made to create a document storage area for the courts. And then half of that room would then be available for a meeting room that was going to be used for counseling, but we would plan on putting a separate hall entrance into that so that could then be, it's approximately the same size as what they're using at the library now, give us approximately the same square footage, and we would also have the hall, both areas. Now that we've got handicap access and everything to that area, it would make for a more cohesive spot, and there's federal dollars that we would have to spend for doors.
I'm excited
So,
to see that tomorrow.
I just, I'll go through that with you, but that'll have to come from y'all. That's a county, well, I think, I'm gonna meet with Caitlin later to see what we need to do to facilitate that. But just wanted to give you an update on that. I'll go on the agenda later for something else. Any questions on that?
Do you know anything on the Safe Place Exchange cameras? They're up and running
Their
now?
cameras are up and running. The signs are not there. We're just completing the exterior improvements to that area. They should go up by the end of the month,
Okay.
end of February, within this week.
And then we'll have both places running.
Correct. Yes, sir.
Have you met with Christie to see about the cables to go into her new facility so we can hook up?
The AT&T equipment has been delivered.
Okay.
I think they're waiting on a 911 formal address on that, and then the install will actually come from someone in Austin, I understand.
Yes, yeah.
That's got to be scheduled. That had a fairly long lead time on it, but we're ready to go, and we've actually put upgraded service through some assistance from Brazos to get better service in the building. That's all been upgraded.
Okay. Okay, good deal, thank you.
Okay.
All right, that's all who signed up for public comments. We'll move to number 5. Consider the county clerk minutes from a previous meeting. I saw the meeting minutes this morning. I never saw it before today. I have not had a chance to read them yet. You moved all
We
read
didn't get
them?
on email at all, so.
Okay.
Well, I'm pretty some of the stuff now, but there's.
When'd you
You
send
should
them?
have them
When'd you send them?
Thursday evening.
Okay. I never saw them.
And then, 'cause I called Jimmy last night looking.
Did you get them?
I got them on Friday.
You got them on Friday? Yeah, I never saw them. I mean, it could have, I never saw them. So, table that for the next meeting, just so we can have a chance to review them?
Yes.
Okay. Item number 6, consider the treasurer's financial report, updates on securities pledge. Treasurer Mylan?
Yes, sir. Got December and January financial reports for your approval. I believe email goes out last week for everybody.
Yes,
Yeah, I got this. Okay.
And
I'll make a motion to approve those.
All right, Commissioner Wiley's making a motion to approve. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second from Alan Craig. He beat you. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. See, now Stacy's gonna count the rest of the meeting.
Might as well, guys, get started.
Item number 7, consider the auditor's budget amendments and vouchers payable. Ms. Roberts? Are you?
Total today, kind of a low morning, $139,883.35 is the total. Out of the general fund is $115,740.62. I don't think, let me double check, I don't think there's any Dons or any Shooks in here.
I'll make a motion, I'll discuss.
Okay, there's not.
All right, we have a motion from Commissioner Cresswell. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Commissioner Wiley. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0.
Also, I think
Five
we had to
together.
order some Adobe Pros for some of the offices, and these come out of the budgets.
Mhm.
4 of them are for the county clerk's office, and last time we took them out of county clerk record management. Everything is within y'all's budget. And in there, there's $336,000. For 4 of them, for that office will be $1,476.
I'm sorry, give me that number again.
1,476.
$1,476 out of county clerk records management and preservation.
I'll make your motion.
And what's that for?
That's for Adobe Pro,
That'll be correct.
3-year license. We have to do it every, so I think one that state orders for your office, will be in your budget, but I'm not even gonna ask permission, I'm just gonna take it out.
No.
That's it. Well, it's for
Is
my
that
office,
how
too.
you,
I'm
is
not
that how
gonna-
you work?
That's how it works.
All
It's in your
right.
budget, it's coming out of your budget.
All right, do we have a motion to approve the Adobe 3-year license for Adobe Pro coming out of the county clerk preservation account
I'll
line?
make a motion.
Motion from Commissioner Wiley. Do we have a second?
I'll second
All right. Yeah, you don't sound enthusiastic on that.
it. Well, the old guy down there was making faces.
Oh. Alan?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. You're turning red, Alan.
The old guy.
All right, Tom, this is yours. Discuss and consider the county's participation within the Almy Municipal TERS 2 Tax Increment Reinvestment Zone. Tom Parker, Almy Economic Development Corporation.
So last court, I brought you the city ordinance 01625, which was the creation document by the city of Albany for that area, and then the participation levels that we're requesting from the 2 other taxing entities, yourselves and the hospital board. I sent over a draft of an ordinance that you could pass. You would have to rectify, you'd have to ratify this and make it your document. There was a typo in the original package that I sent you. I had you down as 1 representative. In the original document from the city, you have 2 seats on that board. Yourselves, the county has 2, the city has 2, all the Economic Development Board has 2, and then the hospital, if they move forward with their participation, we'll know Friday, they will have 1. Looks pretty good that they're gonna participate. The map, I presented everything last week. Is there any questions on the map or how that works or any?
Everything in
details of
that map will get annexed into the city of
No,
Almy.
sir. No, sir. The only thing that can be annexed in is the property that is privately owned that is requested to be brought in. So in terms.
Oh, some of that, okay, some of that's,
If you remember that map, there's
Mhm.
a solid red line around the exterior. Sorry, I didn't bring a flash drive with me today, but there's a solid red line around that area. In that area is everything we're talking about that is relative to any TERS. TERS 1, which is a developer TERS, which is part of the Almy Development Group, that's Tower Extrusion and their folks. That is a red hashed section. I believe there's 7. I believe there ended up being 7. There may be 9 properties that they own that they are requesting that the city annex in. That's the only thing that is being annexed. Everything else that's within the region, there's a yellow boundary, which is the city boundary. Everything within that is currently there. There's nothing coming in at any level at this point. But the TERS, the TIF area is the solid red line that was on that map. So there's no annexation.
Gotcha.
Other
Okay.
than what TERS won, and they'll come to you at a separate meeting, that's a separate individual, that's a personal side.
They don't have to come to us for that, do they?
They do for your participation, same as what I'm
Oh,
doing now.
yeah, but not for
Participation.
annexation. That's a city.
No, annexation is done through the city. In fact, their TERS is predicated on that property all will be annexed into the city.
One thing, Alan and I have kind of talked about this a little bit. We get 2 board seats. What do you think
Can you
about
address that?
specifying? Yeah, he's obviously gonna be, but there needs to be changed to the
Yes,
because it
yes.
says 1.
Yes.
But what do we think about defining that 2 board seats as the precinct 3 commissioner, and then the precinct 3 commissioner would be responsible for coming up with who that other person could be? And it could be one of us, or it could be someone that he thinks is,
Out of that
he
area.
or she thinks is a better fit for that role.
And that's one of the issues of I think the TERS board would request that individual be located within that TERS area, because they're allocating funds that
So they want both those seats to be,
so whoever you pick,
Uh-huh.
if it's not one of you all, if it's someone else,
Oh.
then it'd be someone that would be part of
Well,
it.
look
In other-
what-
Yes.
Elected
But
by this board,
But
by
I think
this
that
group,
needs to be in this
Yeah.
document that we are.
that you are ratifying.
That we are ratifying.
Your document.
does anyone have a problem with that?
One thing I see is if we get somebody with, say we put the precinct 3 commissioner in,
Mhm.
if we leave it for him to choose, it would be him bring several names to us and we vote on that. But they need to be from the TERS area.
So you think, the way you would word it is, our 2 board seats would be filled by the precinct 3 commissioner, and then the precinct 3 commissioner would be responsible for nominating someone to the commissioner's court for that second seat.
Right.
Yeah.
I have no problem with that.
Can we get that worded in our
That can be
agreement?
worded. Yes, sir.
What did you find, what else was in here that you?
That was the thing.
That was it, okay.
I mean, I don't wanna be, I'm as far away from all these I can get in my precinct. I don't wanna be on that board for all of these.
Well, tell us what you really think.
But, okay, but I mean, I don't think it ought to be just one decision, I think it needs to be countywide, I mean, there's.
True confessions of Stacy Cresswell.
So,
Realize.
Is anyone here?
Realize that those recommendations that you make still have to be accepted by the city council.
Mhm.
They ultimately drive this
Mhm.
bus, so that's.
Does anyone here have a concern about this TERS agreement?
we're not losing any tax dollars in this TERS agreement, so.
I think it's great, though, I'm excited about it. But I just wondered if we had a concern about it, just to address it
No,
now.
those are the only issues I have with the document as presented.
Besides the typo
The
in
typo
that part,
and
did
the
anyone
how.
see anything else in the agreement that they wanted to talk about? All right, if you could make those changes to the agreement, maybe we'll put it on the next agenda, and we can
Perfect,
probably have a vote on it.
perfect. All right. Thank you very much.
Let's make some notes so I won't forget. what we did.
Two people.
Okay. Item 9, discuss and consider the sale of 4 sheriff's vehicles to be auctioned off on Gov Deals. Chase?
Good morning. So, they are requesting
to auction off on GovDeals 4 vehicles. We still do not have the title on one of them. I mailed that application for a certified copy of the title on February 9th. So it's been about 13 days. We should get it this week.
Should we buy it?
I mean,
We
as
put
far
the
as
others
the-
on GovDeal and wait on that one?
I don't see a problem putting all 4 of them on there, because we'll get the title back. And if it sells before we get the title back, they'll just show it that the title's pending to be received at any time.
Yes, sir.
So-
It'll probably be a 14-day run before it sells anyway, won't it?
Yeah, we'll put it on the auction 14
Yeah,
days.
it'll take 14 days to sell it.
If we don't
Are
have
these
it.
patrol vehicles? What type of vehicles?
So, the first one, the one that the title's in question is a 2017 Chevy Tahoe. It has 199,736 miles on it. So it's the oldest one that, they're wanting to put up for auction. All of them are in good condition overall.
But they're all patrol vehicles?
Yes, sir, I
Okay.
believe so.
Is that the one we wrecked?
I don't know.
We just said they were good condition and you're bringing this up?
I don't think that's right. If it was right, it's.
The one from Walmart parking lot?
Well, that one, there is damage to the grill guard and, damage to the back passenger, side door.
Remind me not to take him when we sell my wife's car.
Two pickups and 2 Tahoes, right?
Yes, sir. So the other two pickups are 2019 Ford F-150s. One has 136,000 miles, or 136,535 miles. And the second one has 117,953 miles on it. The first one will need to be jump started, so it's just gonna be bad tires. But overall, it's in good position. And then the last vehicle is a 2020 Chevy Tahoe. There's a crack in the windshield. It has 158,395 miles on it. Other than that, it's in good condition. All the decals have already been removed, and I believe the emergency service equipment has already been taken out of them.
Okay.
They're ready to go. Just that.
Okay.
I'm recommending that we go ahead and put all 4 of them on the auction. Finish the title, return, and get going.
You got beat. We have a motion from Commissioner Wiley, a second from Commissioner Schuett. Yeah. All in favor? Any opposed? That motion passes 5-0.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thanks, Chase. All right, item number 10, ratify an interlocal agreement between Young County and Throckmorton for monitoring services. I don't know if you guys remember, but, I mean, this was a long time ago.
We looked that up.
Throckmorton had asked us, they don't have anyone who can do ankle monitors or provide any kind of bond supervision. And this was back in June of 2025, so half a year ago. And they asked us if we would agree to an interlocal agreement for Cliff to provide monitoring services. We sent them the agreement, and they called and said, oh, we agreed to it, but we never got the agreement back. And since then, we've had an ankle monitor on someone, and he's lost and damaged the ankle monitor, and so we're gonna need to collect from Throckmorton.
Actually,
And-
he did finally pay off the individual.
Good.
Himself, so.
Well, that led us to dig through the files, and we saw that we never got we got the signed agreement back. So in your packet is the executed agreement where Young County and Throckmorton County have agreed to a interlocal agreement, what do we call it? An interlocal agreement between Young and Throckmorton counties for monitoring services. And I would ask the court to ratify the executed agreement.
So we come up with a price.
Yeah, there's a whole detail in here where each of there's like a fee schedule for, what everything is and what the monthly service is and, all that stuff's
That's
in
in
here.
our original.
It's an agreement.
It's
Okay.
not in this one.
Yeah.
Well, I'll make a motion, that we go ahead and do the local between us us the problem.
All right, Commissioner Wiley made a motion to ratify it. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second from Scott Shook. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes 5-0. All right, item number 11, discuss an interlocal cooperation agreement between Young County and the City of Newcastle for road services and material. Commissioner Craig, this is your item.
Yes, little misnomer on the sheet there. I am not asking for another interlocal agreement. We have one in place that I am perfectly happy with. What I'm asking to do is discuss, just give the opinion of the court. And when we do it in open meeting. The City of Newcastle, the mayor, Mr. Baines, called me and asked me, how many loads of material I could give to them. And I responded to him that I could bring them the same that I did the last year, which was 10 loads, maybe 12. His comment is, well, that won't do anything. That won't get us anywhere. So, he also asked if I would send him motor graders. I said, yes. He said, what price? I said, well, motor graders are normally operating at about 200 to 225 an hour. And I could, just off the top of my head, probably provide a motor grader at 125. Well, he called me back a few days later and says, I've got somebody to do it for $100 an hour. Can you match that price? My return was, if you can find a guy to do it and he can get on it now, I believe you need to get that, and that's exactly what they have done. They've done that. Motor grading is it's a temporary fix. They do need some actual construction work and some rock and all that. What I would like to propose to them is, to the best of my calculations, material, trucking, labor, and all, cost me about $470 a load. That's cost the precinct 3. What I would like to propose to them is I will provide them material at $350 a load and provide them a motor grader to spread that material, not to do their grading on the streets, they've already solved that problem, but to help with reconstruction of some of the streets at $100 an hour. My guys can basically haul 12 to 14 loads a day. If you add that up and the motor grader, we're looking at a $5,000 day each day that I spend there. I'm perfectly willing to do that. But that, I can only get extended to that degree without getting reimbursed. I know that the city is financially strapped, so I have concern with going over and spending several days and being more than they can financially afford. So I'm willing to go over there for one day at a time until they can reimburse, and then we'll go work on another one. So I just want the input from the rest of y'all, see if you have some other ideas or directions, any other ideas.
Can they not afford to buy materials on their own and just have us do the hauling?
They're claiming they can't.
I mean, they're their own taxing entity.
Exactly, and that is the problem, is that they are an incorporated city and a taxing entity. And I'm taking county dollars and crossing over into a municipality that is a another taxing entity.
Well, I think there's something in the statute that says that you can't actually give something to somebody without cost of something like do that. Another taxing entity.
You
know it works that way.
You can't give them, tax dollars that have been designated or claimed by the county to a city or a hospital district.
Yes.
By law, we can't do that. And with the interlocal agreement's the only way we can do that.
And we have an interlocal agreement that's basically at my discretion. But I cannot see spending that much, you know, I'm perfectly willing to help them, you know, but that is carrying it a little far.
There's certain county roads over there in
And there are 3 of the city streets that shows on the map to be county. One of them is, Tag, the other is Big Sanders, and that is on the far west side, and it shows on our map to be ours. Week before last, I hauled 24 loads over there and spent 2 hours on the motor grader. That's basically a $14,000 job. So, yeah.
What percentage of their streets are asphalted versus rock? It's all rock?
The only asphalt that is in front of the school,
Okay.
and it is in poor shape.
I mean, I wouldn't even mind having a problem helping you haul the rock over there without precinct 1. But I would do, if we did an interlocal agreement with them, then you spread it for them. You know, if they could buy the material, we could do an interlocal agreement to where we paid for the fuel and the mileage to get it there for them. And that takes a big chunk off of them right there, the hauling does.
It does, and I have no problem with grading it. You know, they don't charge if they would buy the material, but so far they have said that they do not have money, but are still, you know, in need.
But at that
And
point,
asking for the county to do this work.
Will that be about $250 before you know
Mm-hmm.
the rock? Just this rock cost itself.
Rock cost itself, yes. That's correct.
So what they need to do on their budget is figure so many loads a month. Like what we figure so much.
Right, just like we do on our own.
Yeah, but we got about 135 plus. So much that's close to.
I got close to 200.
So. That's one thing about our rock roads. Every vehicle that drives down one road shortens the life of that road. And they'll have to go back and redo it again.
And I know we talked about, we had included Alney in our Safe Street for All application, and we got denied on that. We did not. They said less than 25% of the applications got funded, and we were part of the 75%
Did not.
rejection. But, so that's, I think it was a good idea that we had, but it failed.
I wonder if there's some funding out there for Newcastle in that area, through God or through some other.
I mean, there's gotta be grant opportunities, but I know, I'm trying to get them set up with a grant for the water tower, and we're having a hard time getting them to meet with the grant writer to write the grant. So, I'm hoping that'll get fixed, because
won't be long, we'll be looking to contract with the Newcastle School District for the, deputy over there too.
yeah.
I mean, are we supplying that out of the sheriff's department with a little bit of compensation?
I don't think we get anything right now.
I don't know, does the sheriff have a school resource officer in Newcastle?
I think so.
I have no clue.
He did. I don't know if he does now.
I knew he did a long time ago, but I thought when Joe Cisco retired, that program went away.
But we really, if that's the case, we need it in local with them, with that to be protection for us.
Right.
Cause I know
Well,
with,
that's right.
Yes.
I know Graham was discussing it with the school district here.
the way Graham and Alney do it, they both do it the same, is that the school district reimburses the Alney and Graham respective police department for an officer vehicle, uniform, equipment, training, just kind of, they pay for an officer. And then the school, then the police department supplies them an officer under their, they can, they'll supply a licensed officer and then keep up with the training and all that stuff for them to keep them current. Certified, yeah. There's a term for it, I can't think of what the term is, but, commission, that's it, thank you. They carry the commission for them.
I guess, Alan, what you need to know though is, are they gonna put the ball in their court? Are they gonna pay us to do it, or are they gonna pay an outside source? Because they paid somebody last week to grade.
Yes.
I guess you need to give them a price and say, do you want us to do it, or are you gonna continue to pay somebody else to do it?
Somebody's texting in right now.
And then, that's why.
There is no officer over there at Newcastle at this point.
There is not.
It's not,
There hasn't been for a while.
That's what I'm asking, do I make
What?
There
that
hasn't
proposal at $3.50 a load, even though I'm losing a little bit of money on that? And I'm fine with that, but I cannot carry on for a degree further than that $5,000, which is basically a 1 day, with my crew, that's 1 day's work.
I don't think it's unreasonable, like, if you're agreeing that you're gonna subsidize helping them, that, kind of do it a day or two at a time, and then let them make sure they,
See how they can.
So in essence, what they're doing is they're getting it, at 80 cents on the dollar, or, what, I don't know, can't do that math in my head, but.
You're getting less than that by the time you consider what trucking it costs and, if we sell it to them at our cost.
And give them the option whether they wanna do that, or they wanna buy the material, and we will truck it for them. At no cost,
Cause they can get set up down there to be
just like we do.
Yes.
So is everybody?
There's gotta be,
with
there's
either
gotta be
one of
grants
those
that they can
things?
apply for,
I think so.
I haven't got the numbers yet, none of them are 100% contained yet though.
80 plus.
Ish.
Yeah.
When we have about 30 aircraft total in the state right now. Additional strike teams and out-of-state TIFMAS teams that we pulled in on the EMAC. So we got plenty of resources around the state right now.
Did they ever say what stock cost it?
I haven't heard that.
I will say, as far as the burn ban goes, Jerry and I are on a text group with everybody, and I would say our chiefs are pretty, like, when we can lift a burn ban, they are very aggressive about, because they want people to start burning. They want people to do control burns.
We have people that are calling daily that
No.
want to burn their coastal.
I haven't had one person comment, hey, let's think about lifting the burn ban yet. So I don't think that there's any appetite right now for that.
We still have nobody in the county that can do a prescribed fire, right?
So as far as putting one on?
Right, like
Yes.
if
No,
you,
Steve Rigger can do it.
but he can't do it because he does it through AgriVentures and his license is bonded to their insurance. So he can't do it for the general public.
No, but he can file, a burn plan and do it, but as far as prescribed burns go, we really don't do those in this county. You can do control burns when the burn ban's lifted, but an actual prescribed burn takes a lot of resources and a lot of paperwork.
That's what they're seeing up to the north of us in Arthur County.
Yes.
It's prescribed burns
Yeah.
and then big ranches that far.
And then a lot of the smoke you're seeing to the north of us as well is the Adirondacks they're burning all those off as well, so it's putting off, there's thousands of acres of a prescribed burn, and then you're seeing the atmosphere.
Well, I've had a few people in Young County that wanted to know about doing prescribed burns, and like I told them, Steve Rigger can't do it unless you're with AgriVentures.
So there are some companies that I've seen advertising on Facebook lately that's been doing them around here, but.
And then, well, give me some.
They gotta be reputable if they're on Facebook.
Yeah. Tell you, the best thing to do honestly is reach out to your local fire department, whoever's covering your area, and for a donation, they'll come out there and set and help you with the control burn.
Yeah.
So. That's what I would do.
Andy, you said you reserved a comment. Did you have something you wanted to say? No.
I'm good.
All right, I think that's it. Item number 14, adjourn recess. All right, Commissioner Wiley, second. Second from Commissioner Craig, all in favor? Any opposed? We done. That was sweet. We haven't had a meeting like that in a while.